Another late goal that looks as of the Prizes a point that we thoroughly deserved this afternoon.
I can hardly speak. I'm devastated, to be honest. The performance was kind of what we expected. The first half we changed the shape. We felt that we weren't really cohesive enough in that shape, although we were clearly in the game. We thought we'd do a little bit better getting Marvin further up the park and getting Caddy up the park, and we tried that, but the surface wasn't conducive to Marvin running with the ball, for instance, so we kept trying to have to really get the ball in behind them, which was fine. It got us up the park. I thought we went about our business with energy, with determination, with good attitude. We didn't get a second goal, which was disappointing, of course, losing the goal close to half time, and then losing the goal at the end is just soul destroying. I can't say how disappointed in the whole circumstance of it. First of all, Connor throwing the ball out, he doesn't have to, and then from the throw in, poor defending, tired defending, of course. Young Ben sticks out a leg when he's tired. We'll forgive him for that. And one of the things that's important is that even young boys are in the team, like Ben Hall or like Cads. They're going to make mistakes, and you hope they are not punished for them. Today we were, but the important thing for these boys' development is that they learn from mistakes and it doesn't happen the next time. So, that's part of the process, and we know by having these young players in the team that these things are going to happen. But at the moment we're getting punished for it, so bitterly disappointing. But the general performance was committed, and I think just the result again is the disappointing thing.
Bit of a blow before the game. Obviously Scott McDonald had to pull out. That didn't change your thinking on the way the game was going to go. You stuck with the same formation, put Wes Fletcher up in the same position Scott McDonald would have been in anyway. Yeah, and I thought Wes did well, really well. He ran out of energy and we threw him again, but he did ever so well. I thought, put them under pressure constantly, won a lot of balls in the air. But we would have liked Scott McDonald out there, and Scott McDonald might have been the difference at one each to make it 2-1 for us. So we did miss Scott, there's no doubt about it. He is a threat, he is a pest to defenders, and he's been effective for us. So that was a shame, but we didn't want to risk him and lose him for 6 weeks, so the likelihood is that Scott McDonald will play next week, which is really, really important. And James McFadden had to come off at half time. He looked to take a knock in the first half of the challenge. Is that why you had to take him off? No, we took, Fad would be disappointed to be taken off Faddy, but we had to get Marvin up the pitch. To get Marvin up the pitch we needed to bring on a full-back. To bring on a full-back we had to take somebody off, and I felt we still wanted the two strikers, we still wanted the two midfield players, and therefore the one that had to be sacrificed was Faddy. In the shape that we were playing, he was an extra man in there, and we couldn't afford that if we were going to have players up the park, so Faddy had to come off. You mentioned there's got a lot of tactical stuff now. That you said the previous week Celtic and Inverness were the big tactical battles. This one appeared like that as well. Both teams changed their shape at half time to try and change personnel just to try and... Did you find that yourself? Yeah, well, it wasn't hugely tactical in terms of the opposition. It was just trying to get our own players that can win his games into the proper areas. I felt that Marv, we hoped would get up this left hand side, but he wasn't able to in the first half, so we tried to help Marv by getting him 25-30 yards up the park by putting Stevie Hamill behind him. There was a period, 10 minutes, maybe about 4 or 5 crosses in, and we could have won the game off of that, and that's what we tried to do. We didn't get a goal off it, and that was disappointing, but I can't say how disappointed I am in losing that game so unnecessarily. Going back to the last minute goals briefly, is there anything you can do psychologically with the players during the week to try and get it into their heads? Is it concentration? Is it bad luck? There's not bad luck. There's no such a thing as bad luck. We're the makers of our own destiny. We throw the ball out. When he doesn't have to, if he kicks it, as he was doing, 3/4 of the way up the park, who knows, we might have got a winning goal. They might have given away a free kick and we might have scored a goal. Instead of that, he throws it out the park. And listen, let's get it straight. Connor Ripley has been magnificent for us. He's been fantastic, But you're asking me why we lost the game today. We lost because of a series of bad decisions and bad judgment, but it's not bad luck, it's bad play, bad decisions. But as I say, Connor has been fantastic, and he'll continue to play well. But he's got to learn from that as well. He looks at the clock up there behind me, 89 minutes on the clock. He's got to think to himself, right, okay, calm down, let's get it out of the park, see if we might get a winning goal off of this. But we don't need to try and go off the counter attack when people are tired.